Bless you, brothers and sisters. Um, as always, I'm going to give you every week. I'm going to give you a word of encouragement, a word that's going to help you to really clear your mind and give you something to really think about and really elevate you to the next level, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally as well. And today's word is going to be about swearing. And this is a real personal one for me because it's as time moves on, you kind of like learn from some of your mistakes, and you become a better person from them, or you don't. And I've been able to become a better person from this one. And it's swearing is something that is just common out there, whether it's just lyrics that you hear in music, or whether it's you just someone expressing themselves individually wise in general. And some people think that swearing is a good way to express yourself. You're able to release something within yourself. And some people just think that it's a way of speech, a way to really communicate. Some people even think in their own minds that it's the only way to communicate, to get their point across. And I've found that through many years of struggling with this that that's not the case. And for me in general, I found myself in a position where it did a couple things to me, and it helped me to see a couple different things. And one of those things is this: whether you look at this disrespectful or not, time will tell, and I guarantee you, the truth will prevail. But the truth of the matter is, if you're caught in a position and you're swearing, and it's a regular vocabulary in us, I find that very interesting how people who curse or swear in general will not do it around their kids. As a matter of fact, was in a situation not too long ago. Me and my wife coming back home, and someone that we know was cursing, and they saw us, and then they were like, "Oh, I feel embarrassed. I feel ashamed." What was the purpose of that? How'd you feel that? You know why? Because swearing is just not a common thing. It's something that we develop, but it's not right. But we're willing to go into a religious atmosphere, or even in court, or even in a person's home or around little kids, and we won't say it, and we'll be like, "Oh, you'll refrain from the language," but you won't refrain from it to better you, which is I find very interesting. And a couple things that I learned about swearing that might help you a little bit is swearing makes you look stupid. I'm not saying that you are stupid, but if you're a person who is consistently swearing or swearing here and there, you only make yourself look stupid in front of other people. You may be the most intelligent person in the world, but swearing, cursing, they don't make you look good. And stupidity is one of the things that it makes you look. And it's some people may look at that like, "Oh, that's not true. Maybe it is." But the thing is, it makes you look like you're not an intelligent person. It's just that simple. And I've had plenty of people tell me this many years ago, and I ignored it. And then as time moved on, I realized that people were looking at me like I was really stupid. Oh, and as time moved on, I realized that my cursing and swearing kind of led to that. And I kind of made a vow within myself to stop swearing. And it took me many years to do it, but it's something that I kind of really thrive on, and I'm thankful that I am in that atmosphere. Now, another thing about swearing is that it sets bad standards for others. If you're one who swears or curses, I definitely don't think you want your kids swearing and cursing. And if you do, then that's pretty pitiful in general. Those are not good standards to set for your kids. You think they'd be able to work in a corporate 500 company, own their own business by swearing, be respected and admired by people of high authority, president, you name it, ministers, world leaders? You think you'd be able to do motivational speaking by swearing? It's just something to think about. And another thing that about swearing is swearing. It brings forth lack of morals. Standards are not set by swearing and cursing. And if you are one who looks to really elevate yourself in the morals perspective or person of integrity, it would be something that you may want to think about getting out of your vocabulary. And the last thing that I could possibly say that about that is that swearing, you never get your point across. You may think you do, but the truth of the matter is you do not get your point across, and it just escalates situations beyond what you really want them to go. And it's just something for you to really think about, because our moral, or should I say our framework as a human being, is based on the very words that we say and how we present ourselves with those words. And if you're one that likes swearing all the time, the things that I just mentioned are things that will bring that out of you, and I'm sure you're not that kind of a person. So I would really consider your language and what you say and where you're trying to go with that, and definitely try to get swearing out of your vocabulary.